We are taking over. We are taking over. We are taking over. Nothing's gonna stop us. Over.
What's up? This is Delio coming to you with another video, and this video is pretty interesting. One is because it is a top box video. I haven't done any top boxing in a while. Two, I'm not using a traditional synthesizer. I'm not using a plug-in. I'm not using a synthesizer. What am I using? I'm using my MPC. How? I'm using the Way Out Where Odyssey synthesizer. Now, the Way Out Where Odyssey synthesizer, they just call it the Odyssey, but it's really based upon the ARP Odyssey 2600 or something like that. And what it does is that it does analog modeling just like how analog modeling synthesizers do, or just like how the Moog does. All of them do really good jobs as far as emulating the real thing. And before, I wasn't really that interested in doing anything like this on the MPC standalone unit until I actually heard the Odyssey plugin. The Odyssey plugin to me is probably the most realistic analog synthesis I've heard on this thing come out the box without using any samples or anything like that. There were a lot of analog model synthesizers on there, but this one has that grit and kind of has that difficulty to program that kind of makes me appreciate it, because for some reason ARP synthesizers are a little tricky to navigate, but once you finally get them to where they're at, they do pretty good. So it does take a little bit of wheel time behind an ARP synthesizer to make that work. And because they've done such a good job as to emulate that sound, you get this sound like this.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
You can slow down the power of the there's partimento on the notes, so you can slide. Got it pretty fast. Or you can slow down a partimento. And basically what you do is you take the output, like when I'm basically doing it with my MPC Live, is that I'm taking the actual left and right output and putting it to my top box. And then I have a microKORG right here that's controlling it via MIDI. You can use USB controllers, or you can use an audio interface. But I'm just using the Kai as basically a analog synthesizer, and I'm using the output of that. Now the cool thing is that say you want to record, well, you can do that now. So you can set your main outputs to come out your headphones, and then you can set the second or third outputs to go directly to the top box separate from the main mix, and then now you can play and record in real time what you're doing on the top box into the MPC. At the same time, you can probably multi-track it. You can do all kinds of stuff. There are a lot of options you can really do with this thing. You can make use a looper and do harmonies. You can apply real-time effects to it, add chorus, add doubling to your top boxing. There really is no limit. Definitely going to have a lot of fun messing with that. And so I just wanted to show that, kind of give you a quick overview of how that's done. It's really cool, and I think it's something you should try out if you're a top boxer and you feel like you don't have a good analog synthesizer to work with. Well, if you're an MPC owner, now you do, but it does take a little bit of wiring and arranging with the outputs and inputs to get the desired result, depending on your configuration. Because I can think of a million ways to do this, I can't really cover them all in the video, but just know that, long story short, you can use this as a talkbox synthesizer, too, as a studio recorder and beat production suite all at the same time. And you can have effects going on at the same time. All right? So I hope you like this. I'll see you on the next video.
Taking over, taking over.